Fighter 6. Fighting ground. Best online. Great match.
And what he thinks about every moment of the day is, how do I head off feeling terrible in 2026? And what is happening now is part of a hastily developed strategy to seize this opportunity created by this terrible tragedy, afflicting a family, afflicting many people who admire them, to make political competition in the United States unfree and unfair.
And it is clear, Andrew Yang, that from what Ryan just laid out, that Trump said what he said about peace. Come on. Their response is,
what do you mean you don't care? What are you talking about?
hit around the yard, you go up there. When I go to the summer field, if you need 3 more. When I bring that 3, I give it to you, I tell you another thing. You what? You what?
And I called my doctor as well.
That's why I have something of essence.
The president spent a good deal of the second term going after the big 3 networks. Here he is online after CBS announced the incoming cancellation of the show Steve Colbert to support the president. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings. I think Jimmy Kimmel's next has even less talent than Colbert. Greg Gutfeld is better than all of them combined, including the moron on NBC who ruined the Nice Break Tonight Show. Then, a few weeks later, there was this. The word is, and it's strong word, that Jimmy Kimmel is next to go in the untalented late-night sweepstakes, and shortly thereafter Fallon will be down. These are people with absolutely no talent who will pay millions of dollars for, in all cases, destroying what used to be great television. It's really good to see them go, and I hope I played a major part in it. Shortly after that, there was this on camera.
Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They will be going. I hear they're going to go. I don't know, but I would imagine because they could, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon.
Media teams posted this online. They're doing their viewers a favor. Jimmy is a sick freak. One is CNN contributor and co-host of the Pivot podcast, Derek Swisher, a TV and media reporter for Los Angeles Times, Stephen Cagdeo, former fellow constitutional best-selling author Jeffrey Friedman, and CNN TV media analyst Brian Stelter. Brian, I want to start with you because you reached out to FCC Chairman Carr. What did he tell you?
And you sent me the gift that we will put on screen. It's a picture from the old NBC sitcom The Office of the stars of The Office celebrating some ridiculous moment on the show. So he is celebrating Disney's capitulation here. And I think you just put that in your memory.
Wait, Brian, I've been putting this on the screen, and I just got out of... This is Tracy saying that I asked the FCC for a response, and the chairman of the FCC sent you this.
Correct. I then replied and I said, do you have anything quotable I can use? But let me give you the context, Anderson. Carr and I have been in touch for months as I've been reporting on the FCC. He's been very aggressive about using the media to try to pressure companies like Disney. I remember he did this right before Christmas. He sent me a letter that he was sending to Bob Iger, the head of Disney, trying to pressure Disney over something else. And earlier tonight, Carr texted me celebrating the fact that Nexstar, the station owner you mentioned, who had already told him he was celebrating and thanking Nexstar for taking that action. Disney was the first company to capitulate to President Trump. Before Inauguration Day, Disney settled that ABC lawsuit in December. That moment emboldened Trump and his allies, and this moment will embolden them again now.
What was your reaction to this?
Well, bringing cars rather thirsty for attention, that's one thing. And it's unbecoming a public official, but that's nothing new for him. This is what he does. I mean, I think one thing that leaving out is Nexstar is trying to do a very large merger with Tegna, and so they will do whatever it takes to satisfy
That's important.
kind of mentality to them.
But that's an important point because that merger would require the approval of the FCC.
Correct, that's correct. And so they're trying to do anything they can do to shake them down and do that Trump's doing, which is including these people who are alleged free speech warriors who turned out to be, cancel culture fans. And so, Jim Kimmel also tweeted something out saying he's so sorry for this death and we should put aside our differences. He's a comic. Comics should be able to make jokes. I don't understand. Of all the people that should have free speech, comics should absolutely have free speech. And so this week has been sort of an object lesson that they never really care about free speech, they just care about power, and that's what's happening.
Hey, Kara, I just want to I want to read this statement that was part of the press release that Nexstar issued. They said, Nexstar Media Group Inc. today announced that the company is owned and partnered with the Central Philly ABC Television Network will create the Civil Law for the foreseeable future of the show. Nexstar strongly objects to use of comments made on Mr. Kimmel concerning the term called Church will replace the show with other programming in its ABC programming market. Mr. Kimmel's comments about the death of Mr. Church are offensive and insensitive at a critical time in the national political discourse, and do not believe they reflect the spectrum of community values of the local communities in which we are located. Continuing to give Mr. Kimmel's broadcast platform and the communities we serve is simply not in the public interest at the current time when we make the decision to preempt the show. That's the company that's talking about it, which is one of the
That's correct. He said they should have added and then it flows uphill. It's the opposite of go down, it flows uphill to ABC, to Bob Iger, who was obviously also suspended Kimmel. And, people do, this happens in companies all the time where people say things. In this case, it's really a sensitive issue around free speech and comics and other things to say what they want. If this week has been anything, it proves that free speech meant nothing to these people. And this was not their main concern. Their main concern was about this control of media. And this was yet another step, and they will continue to do so. There's a lawsuit against the New York Times. a lawsuit against the publishing houses and college universities and law firms. It's a technical autocratic takeover.
As you point out, President Trump has just now put something on his social media saying, quote, "Great news for America. The ratings challenge for the Kimmel show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done when Kimmel had zero talents and worse ratings than Colbert as possible. We've given it instead two total losers on state NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Blue at NBC. Jeff Coogan, I mean, have we seen anything like this?
No, we haven't. But I think it's important to draw a distinction here. The private companies are not covered by the First Amendment. Now, if ABC wants to fire Jimmy Kimmel or anyone else, that's their business, and the First Amendment doesn't guarantee anyone a place on late night television. The problem is what's going on with the FCC and COD, who is obviously trying to put pressure on ABC to get rid of Kimmel, and that's completely improper. Whether what he has done crossed the line to a violation of the First Amendment, I don't know. I mean, the facts are changing every few minutes. But the chilling part of this story is what the Trump administration in general is doing with regards to the media. It is using its power, often in the case of regulating mergers and the business aspects of what these companies do, in a way to extort these companies to toe the line, fire Jimmy Kimmel, crack down on 60 Minutes, force a payment of damages for something George Stephanopoulos said. It never should have resulted in a lawsuit. All of this is the government taking action against private companies for speech, and that's really about, that implicates the First Amendment.
Well, also we have the president, essentially threatening, but going after Johnson Paul and ABC just, it was yesterday, I don't know if we have that video written to us, but I mean, she talked about the settlement that ABC did, and we did the inside look at maybe $16 million.
When you look at the conduct that was taking place by Jimmy Kimmel, it appears to be some of the...
What do you think Trump's already saying to people out there? Exactly. A lot of people, a lot of your allies say hate speech is free speech. You probably go after people like you because you treat me so unfairly. You have a lot of hate in your heart. Maybe that's what that very easy. Well, ABC paid me $16 million recently for a form of hate speech. Your company paid me $16 million for a form of hate speech.
Perfect illustration of what happens in these particular ones. You invite more manipulation.
I mean, you really have to wonder about the future of broadcast television because of this. It's unprecedented, and it's because this is an industry that is dependent on regulation, on government regulation. They get licenses to use the public television, and now they're beholden to the government. It's also the corporations which own, large corporations which own this, which are particularly vulnerable. Well, that's why Brandon Carr realizes that's a pressure. Because TV stations like Nextdoor, they are desperate for consolidation. Right now, they're losing to reach 39%. Tech companies can reach everybody. They feel that's unfair, they want to consolidate, they want more stations, and it's the FCC that decides that. Nextdoor has to deal with divide segment, and certainly ABC is probably looking at its options in terms of combining stations, swapping stations, buying more stations. They all want to do this, they all need FCC approval, and that's a key reason why.
But it's not just broadcast television, it's all of media, including cable, for example. You remember back in the first Trump administration when AT&T tried to buy Time Warner, the parent company of CNN. The Trump administration challenged that. So the Trump administration, and any administration, has tremendous tools to use if they want to punish broadcasters or any kind of news organizations if they want to use that power. And here we have them using that power. It's so interesting because this whole long we've heard from conservatives and Republicans about liberal cancel culture and how awful it was. I mean, is this the Trump administration embracing the very cancel culture that so many conservatives, point to as a problem?
Either they were not going to do them or they're not going to do now. I don't know. It was shy because it was. Of course not. They're using this as a position of power, which is, and it's absolutely right. This consolidation is necessary in order for these networks to make audiences to survive. But unfortunately, they are beholden to people like Brendan Carr and saying the way or the hard way. But only a 12-year-old can speak like that, by the way. And that's not how a government official does. They're supposed to make these decisions in the public interest. And in this case, Brendan Carr is being in the Trump administration. And this free speech nonsense is they don't have to. It is a virtue. It is an actual virtue. And you're right, companies can fire people. But the government should not be able to apply this much pressure to companies. But it extends to Tim Cook giving a golden statue to Donald Trump in order to get tariffs lower. It's an extortion culture. And that's what's happening. It's critics they don't like. And over at Fox News, one of the broadcasters said something really offensive about homeless people and got up with an apology or whatever. Where is the FCC knows things? And that's the problem here. It's not equally applied. It's only the critics of Donald Trump, apparently programmer-in-chief, wants to offer on the air. And that will extend to CNN and extend to everywhere. And it will continue until someone stops them or there's another election.
Brian Filter, you call this organism to explain that?
Or in Hungary, Viktor Orban did many of the same things we're now seeing the Trump administration do. Orban weakened public broadcasting, he muzzled independent media through autocratic jurisdictions, and he incentivized the owners to fall in line. And that's exactly what we're seeing in the United States. Now, of course, this is widely being denounced by First Amendment groups and free expression groups and Anderson. Those are the exact same words that were given yesterday, condemning Trump's lawsuit against the New York Times. We're also hearing the Democratic politicians condemning that, but that's fair enough. It will continue unless people in power are able to stop it.
Well, I just want to, play again with what it was that Jimmy Kimmel said, which, according to the FCC brain, is the sickest find out possible.
We had some more news over the weekend with the Miami-Dade desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and do everything they can to score political points from it.
He's essentially saying that, United reporters were trying to prove that the killer was not one of their own, and that they're trying to score political points. Maybe it's offensive, maybe you disagree with it, but it's not. It's not wrong. I mean, this is a major event in American life. As always, people on both sides are trying to take political advantage of what happened here. I mean, you could say comedy. I mean, you could say that the leftist focus on proving that the killer was not a leftist, and that would be equally accurate. This is, of all things to be offended by, I've heard a lot more offensive things said in the aftermath of this terrible, awful event than that. And it just shows they are looking for reasons to get Jimmy Kimmel, and they manufactured one out of something that is, hardly a dramatic departure from what lots of people are saying.
I mean, I reached out to ABC earlier today and said, if you say make some sort of statement, people just say, well, we're going to keep you up to date. And you're thinking that this is that sort of topic show, it's a very I don't know, or something. I mean, but, so it's incredibly rash, and same thing with Colbert. They can't.
Yeah, I'm on the goddamn phone walking down here too. Play everything about.
And Brian, Fox News has characterized this as Jimmy Kimmel suggesting that he's suspect if he's saying that
MAGA supporters are focused on proving that a killer was not the one that no, it's right. I was just saying.
I don't understand in the house. They have to do this about what people have to. So what are you doing? When I take that thing and throw it away and take it to you, I can take it move up to the north.
And what does, I mean, you know, these are all, Steve Colbert is incredibly talented. For example, he will end up doing something interesting somewhere else, perhaps in a digital space where I really didn't need to. Yeah, and just go to streaming and say, oh, this is becoming too big from the government. Streaming, they have tremendous business. We're here at Cable News. We have we're part of a big company that has a lot of interaction with the government. There is no part of the media universe that can say we don't care if we are harassed by the government. That's the problem with having a government that doesn't care about the person.
One segment that is really, where the government is really
what is unique here is that the administration is willing to pull levers which had never been pulled before. We saw this with the law firms. We saw this with the universities. This is.
I mean, let's just talk about this. Networks reacted. They took the smuggling programs off the air in 1969 for the amount of anti-war comments that they were running during Vietnam. So it's not unprecedented for these guys to run
everyone's seeing this to get a lot more heads up. Like you can show up and definitely it was about what he said was the natural reaction killing. More breaking news tonight. Also, 3 police officers killed, 2 more died in New Central Pennsylvania, where they continued to make arrests while doing a rabid religious protest.
In 1 week, have I got news for you? It's moving to Sunday.
Daylight savings from instead of moving forward an hour, they go right back to the
Have I got news for you? See you now. See you now.
Save over $300 in your first year with 3 months free.
A professional basketball court is always leaning forward by 50 people. Another size pool is 50 by 2 meters. And tennis, 78.36 feet. Always, 100% of the time. But golf, it's never the same twice. Just like the ever-changing environment, Citi's expertise and advice helps clients navigate across our global network in 180 methods. Citi, worldwide partner of the Ryder Cup. Real strength isn't pushing through pain, it's through. When there's no pain, there's more pain. Axel targets pain caused by inflammation from relief. That's real strength.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why the farmers, you don't have to compromise the quality to get great savings on your insurance.
If you are nice, not cursing people, I will put up with it.
vaccines, but also one letter. They have to make a choice, one versus the other. Sensodyne Clinical Life provides 2 shades wider peak as well as providing 24/7 sensitivity protection. Patients are going to love to see Sensodyne on the shelf.
White Street, Fayetteville Street, Walnut Street, where you look, your new Acura from Leaf Acura in Raleigh or Leaf Acura Carry goes in style. Right now, the choice is yours. Get a new 2025 Acura ADX or 2025 Integra for just $379 a month. Start shopping online at leafacura.com and take advantage of our online buying process that includes a 3-day exchange policy. Hurry in to Leaf Acura of Cary and Leaf Acura in Raleigh. It's easier here.
At BMW of Raleigh, we'll help you find your new BMW and make it easy. No matter how you want to shop, online or in person, we have a great selection of new models ready for you to take home today with no wait. Every new purchase includes 3 years of complimentary maintenance, plus available pickup and delivery for your service appointments. So buy now at BMW of Raleigh. We'll take care of the rest. Convenient from 440 to 540 off down the road, serving Cary, Apex, and Mooresville. BMW of Raleigh.
Coming to breaking news tonight, ABC pulling Jimmy Kimmel Show off the air after comments he made about Charlie Kirk's the reaction, what he said was the reaction during MAGA war to Charlie Kirk's killing. So we're going to play a fuller version of what he said in his
There's more lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and put everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was breathing. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking it.
I don't know that I've lost the first time, or perhaps your person, how are you holding up for the last thing that happened? Very good. I got the writing right there. You see all the trucks. They get started construction of the new tomorrow for the White House. This is something they've been trying to get us to go for about 150 years. But it's going to be a dream.
He's at the 4th stage of grief, construction. Demolition. Construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of somebody called a friend.
Again, here's how FCC Chairman Carr responded today.
You know, when you look at the conduct that has taken place by Jimmy Kimmel, it appears to be some of the sickest conduct possible. How quick the calls for him to be fired. I think, you know, you can certainly see a path forward for suspension over this. Again, you know, the FCC is going to have remedies that you can look at.
At Representative Swisher, Steve Aguilera, Jeff Tweeden, also joining us in Singapore, comes over here. Kara, I just want to start with you. Where do you think this goes? I mean, you know, the reason X and what can be done about it?
Well, NBC, obviously, you know, NBC. I mean, he sort of puts the map out for what he's going to do and what he's done with Kimmel. You know, I think one of the issues is what exactly did you need to run? I think a lot of journalists should focus in on Bob Iger as he's someone who will, because this run, this will be a real tarnish on interpretation. Someone I admire very much, but in this case, it's really astonishing that executives like him are bending the knee. It's precisely the nature of being silent about this. He needs to explain himself, at least in a much more full way. Probably next is NBC. Certainly, you know, CNN is under the crosshairs, would be my guess. And obviously, there's been some discussion about Paramount and Larry Ellison who's going to get control of TikTok, also buying Warner. You know, this is a consolidation of probably owners also, and that'll help us in that. These people can do whatever they want with these private companies. And again, this is an autocrat's playbook of controlling the media, or at least bringing it into line with the administration.
I'm bringing Ron Manuel, actually, yeah, well, actually, bringing some point right now, Sean Walker, for the First Amendment attorney, Rebecca Bushnet. Rebecca, appreciate you being with us. What, from a First Amendment standpoint, what is your concern?
Well, it's kind of shocking to have the head of the SEC say there's the easy way or the hard way, that they can comply with the administration's priorities or else. That's the definition of government pressure to stifle speech, and it is reflective of a huge problem in this country, which is in part media consolidation, because unfortunately, ABC has favored it wants to act from the government, and so it thinks it has to go along.
And as you mentioned, I mean, that is what now this consolidation, the corporate ownership has, it's set up this system that is very vulnerable to an administration who wants to pull these levers.
I think that one reason why Comcast is spinning off MSNBC is because they did not want the heat from that coming at them as they tried to roll. So that's why they wanted to separate it from MSNBC.
I want to bring in Professor Emmanuel Rum. I wonder what you thought when you heard this news and what happens next.
Well, Anderson, he's going after someone because he said he's going to do it. I have three others that NBC should watch because he's doing it. He sees the New York Times, he sees the Wall Street Journal back today. He's taken on 60 minutes and it's been changed to a couple of weeks. And it all starts with ABC paying $16 million over the first 7 hours on a basic race mode. And they're not going to stop until they stop. And anybody who thinks they're going to actually wake up and it's different. I really believe when you start going into this area, and I think about both the midterm elections and I think about the Republicans, this is not going to work very well with what I think are independent understanding voters. An unchecked, unhinged Donald Trump. They are uncomfortable with it. And this is now touching popular culture. I think the other thing I would say, I think Bernie Bruce and George Carlin are rolling over their grave. To me, this is like we're back to the future. We have comedians being attacked by the government, trying to silence them when they basically say something those in power don't like. That is really what happened here. Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, or whoever, said something, or the journalist from Australia said something that people in power didn't like. I can't tell you how many times we were chief of staff or senior advisor testing case. There were times that these guys on late night said nobody liked it. But nobody thought about using government power to silence them against fire. And these are characters, leaders in the corporate movement. They're weak, pathetic.
Professor, has there ever been a time in modern history besides the Nixon administration when they
when I shut it off, Ron just picked up the phone. Now I'm not missing.
And not for nothing, it was absurd at that time that targeted mainly, women, queer people. So, history doesn't repeat itself, it doesn't lie. And the thing that's kind of shocking is we have the legal apparatus to fight back against this. People who fight back are winning. And the problem we have is massive unwillingness by, people who turn out to be very weak. They turn out not to believe in the things that they said that we would. And ordinary Americans are doing so much better in terms of standing up for the rights of their community.
Professor, what's so interesting is sorry, Ron, go ahead.
And secondly, corporate America has been inherited, Republican members of House and Senate inherited, the Supreme Court has been shout out to the American people. They're the ones that actually have Donald Trump in negative because he's worried about their judgment and their voice. The American people are actually the things we want that Donald Trump is very scared of because they have issued a judgment at this point about his presidency and they see it as basically a threat. And he's contemplating the rules because he's scared of them. They are the only ones that are scared of them.
could we just go back just for one more moment to talk about what was the comment that got Jimmy Kimmel in trouble? It was not about the murder. It was about he was criticizing, he was mocking the president and the president's political movement, MAGA. So what we have here is the administration cracking down on someone for criticizing them, which is much worse than the government cracking down for some sort of, offensive conduct relating to the case. This is about criticism of the administration that is getting the network in trouble, and that's a much more sinister. Let's play the line again.
News over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
David Axel, I mean, you're just joining us. What do you think when you heard this?
I thought that was consistent with what we've seen brewing for some time. We saw it when Stephen Colbert was canceled, but also, and you guys have been touching on all of this, the really insidious thing and dangerous thing about this is if you have a government and apparatchiks around them who are willing to use every level of power that they have to coerce cooperation with them and their political projects, then you're no longer really functioning as a democracy should function. They believe that free speech means you're free to say what we want you to say. And if you say what we don't want you to say, we're going to come after you and use every tool, regulatory, the Justice Department, federal contracting, every piece of it, threatening your law clients if you don't hold the line. And it was said earlier, someone said that it was urbanism. And I've said we've gone from zero to hungry faster than anybody ever could imagine. And people need to really consider what this means, because they may already know it. And they may think this is okay because he's imposing my views on a comedian or whatever it is. But just remember, he's not going to be there forever. And so it's just that, we have to
not yet. I got pressed up. Get through it. When I stick that in prayer with somebody or how you put it, I got nothing to do with it. All right.
And that is all that's what I'm looking at.
And Karen, we heard from you.
Nobody down. You don't talk to me like that. Yeah, I don't care about that.
Even the guy won't even attack me. He won't even play the game without me. He won't even play the game without me. Dad, stop. Dad, no. Go with the TV. Go with the TV. Go with the TV. He won't even play. I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. Dad, he's watching my stream.
Loud in the house.
He's watching my stream.
Each one of
He's
those
watching my stream. There's somebody watching.
independent media and
Over
other
the
voices
TV.
to rise up, including the voters. And so they can try to keep it in this whole system, but they're attacking our whole businesses.
This guy is watching my stream.
They cannot, you can't stop the change that's happening in media. And Donald Trump, who grew up in the old era, cannot stop what's happening. He can try.
I don't care.
There's so many ways.
I'm injured. Go upstairs. It's a story.
Many, I don't agree.
He won't fight me.
But they're there and they are speaking whatever truth they want to. And it's going to be a lot harder to stop.
What are you going to do? Dad, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't care.
Whether what he was going to cross the line to a violation of the First Amendment, I don't know. I mean, the facts are changing every few minutes. But the chilling part of this story is what the Trump administration in general is doing with regard to the media. It is using its power, often in the case of regulating mergers and the business aspects of what these companies do, in a way to extort these companies to toe the line, fire Jimmy Kimmel, crack down on 60 Minutes, force a payment of damages for something George Stephanopoulos said it never should have resulted in a lawsuit. All of this is the government taking action against private companies for speech, and that's really that
So we had the president, going after and ABC. How many yesterday? Have that video. But in which he talked about the settlement that ABC did, and he repeatedly said we paid $16 million.
When you look at the conduct that has taken place by it appears to be some of the I don't see the turn out the
anything, I don't care. I can do whatever I want. It doesn't matter. I can do what I want. You're on camera harassing me. It doesn't matter, Dad. It don't matter. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Dad, stop. Dad, stop. Stop, 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 stop. You're in the wrong. Dad, stop. You're in the wrong.
And now they'll be holding it to the government. It's also
For what? What are you going to do? Dad, what are you going to do?
Listen, your rule. You record me.
For what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do to me? Look at my life.
And it's the FCC that decides that. Next door has to deal with Checker, and certainly ABC is probably looking at its options in terms of combining stations, swapping stations, buying more stations. They all want to do this. They all need FCC approval. That's a key reason why it's. But it's not just broadcast television. It's